Hey. Okay, so I just wanted to talk to you guys. Can you even see that over there? The moon, it's rising, and I'm with my little Gemini girl. Happy full moon. Woo!
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. So I just wanted to talk about this Gemini full moon. And hey, hi guys. Oh, my little kitties are out here all getting excited. So, full moons, what they represent, first of all, is a fullness in our awareness. Like when we look at, the cycle of the moon, it's a 28-day cycle. And, very similar to a woman's menstrual cycle. And the new moon represents a beginning, it's a seeding, it's a fresh start. And then as the moon, and actually during a new moon, you don't see the moon at all in the sky. And then, as the moon starts to get the lavender gem full moon. So anyway, yeah, in 2 weeks time, it's a fullness. It's what was hidden, whatever we started 2 weeks ago is now coming to this. Okay, so guys, stay over here. I'm doing a video, please. Thank you. So I'm about to walk into my neighborhood, actually, which is what the sign of Gemini. A little technical difficulties, but let's just flow with it, keep it short and sweet. So basically at a full moon, we're asking ourselves, and celebrating, are you fulfilled in the area of your friendships, in like your environment, because we are fed, not just food, like we're constantly feeding ourselves information, right? And that, and we have to make sense of that. Like even the word information, it's in formation. It's in, meaning it goes in, and then we put it in, we make sense of it, so whatever's on our plate in life, we have to make sense of that, and this is what's feeding us, what's fueling us, and essentially, like we're bags of water, but we're burning bags of water, like we're stars, and we have to shine brightly. And in order for fires to burn, it needs a fuel source. So like, how are you feeding? Like, are you fulfilled in that in your connections, in your friendships, in, what you're learning about, what you're communication is a big keyword for Gemini, and what communication does is it builds bridges. It allows us to make connection, because Gemini is the symbol of the twins. It's also symbolic of the two different aspects. Oh my gosh, look at this guy on his bike. Whoa, boy. Woo! Yeah! Okay, so the two aspects of ourselves, the feminine and the masculine, like the symbol that, the ruler of Gemini is Hermes or Thoth or Hermes, and he carries around a caduceus, which is like his magical wand essentially, and it has two snakes, that entwine around this magical wand. And what that represents is the Kundalini energy, or the, in yoga, they call it correct me, forgive me if I don't say it, the Shushumna and the Pingala, and it's harmonizing the two aspects of us and making a connection. So what's important to, just be aware of now is that the ruler of this lunation, Mercury, is going to go retrograde. This isn't a new thing. Mercury actually goes retrograde about 3 times a year. And, there's a lot of buzz around, hey, what's up, Jackie? Mwah! There's a lot of buzz around Mercury retrogrades, and there's a lot of misconceptions about it, which I'm here to bring y'all the truth. And this is just my interpretation of it. There's nothing to be scared about with Mercury retrogrades. What this is it's a 3-week period. It's a little bit longer, but like the big heavy lifting, so to speak, part of it is 3 weeks, where it's a time for us to reflect and maybe like look back, on the past 3 months. Sometimes it could be even further. this Mercury retrograde actually links into the eclipse, the solar eclipse that we had in August. So you might be thinking even back into that time. And what it allows us to do is to make connections to things that we normally wouldn't make connections to. Like, you know, in our society, in our culture, there's so much emphasis on progress and on moving forward, you know, going towards our dreams. And sometimes the process of going towards our dream is not in a logical, linear motion. Sometimes it's sideways, you know, like we have to go about things in kind of like an upside down, perhaps backward, more intuitive, more instinctual way. So, you know, if you're really interested in this, this is probably more appropriate for a reading, which I'm doing, Mercury retrograde readings. But just in general, be open to any sort of like quote unquote mishaps or missing pieces of information or travel plans not going through. If that's what's happening, what this is a cue to you is you need to slow down and actually pay more attention. Not be focused so much on, you know, on what's tripping you up. Actually look at it and say, what are you here to show me? What are you here to teach me? How can this delay favor me? And as I was saying in an earlier post, if you play your cards right, what these retrogrades actually offer you is a portal. It's, imagine like going through a portal and upgrading in a totally like synchronistic, magical way. And this absolutely is possible. It happened to me yesterday, like magic. But it's all about like synchronizing and getting yourself in the right place in the right time, like being in that right frequency, you know. And the right frequency is detachment, allowing yourself to suspend and enter into the wonderland. Like if you were to look at everything in your life as if everything has meaning, and it does, be like, ooh, what does this mean? And maybe if I take like a different route to work, or, you know, I kind of like trust my gut instinct and like follow this trail that I normally would have, or look back through like my journals, or going like, I was going back through like blog posts from 2 years ago and just finding like so much rich material that I realized like, wow, like there's so much hidden jewels here. That's what this time is about. So I'm not saying that it's not about moving forward, you know, or to put things on hold, but what I am saying is that it really is a time where you think differently, you know. It's really more about accessing more of your survival instincts, and not to have any sort of judgment around what that means. And if you are having judgment on like your kind of like baser instincts, like your, like what is really motivating you, what are you really passionate about, then that's something to kind of go deeper into, because that very much is a blockage to you feeling fulfilled in your life. So check her out. Oh my God. So just quickly, you know, if you want some medicine, Gemini, mercurial medicine, be more curious, ask questions, working with the throat chakra, writing, lavender essential oil is fabulous. It helps to get our neurological system from being in more of a analytical left brain into more of a kind of passive and relaxed and intuitive flow. You know, if on the other hand, if you find your mind is a little bit like, I mean, that's a cue that that's probably what you need, but you can use coriander essential oil, which is really fabulous for, I like using coriander essential oil for really getting into your instincts. It really arouses sexual energy, which is very much instinctual, right? So this is really about like getting in touch with that even more so. It's kind of like, these are like, in order to, like if there was a guardian at the gate, like this is a portal, and they're saying in order for you to get through this Mercury retrograde and get what you want, get the gems out of this, get the jewels out of this, what is required is for you to step into your guise, into your costume as something different. You have to shapeshift. You have to change and be open to kind of reevaluating what you value in life. You know, that's what shapeshifting means. It means where you change your borders, you know, meaning what you allow in you, what you allow in your space, in your mind, in your environment, in your life, and what you don't value. So, and that's how you find your truth, right? Is by allowing yourself to be more open and flexible and saying, well, do I want this in my life or do I not want this in my life? Not being attached to anything, allowing it all just to kind of like come up and float and like sift your way through it. And if you're flexible and you adapt and you can shapeshift and like not be so fixed in how you think things need to be, in moving forward especially, that's the key to doing this. All right, so that is all. Mwah. I love you guys so, so much. I hope that you guys all enjoy this incredible moon. She's amazing. Spend some time with her tonight, even if it's just like, you know, absorbing her rays. I mean, just doing that is healing and will give you answers if you're open to receiving them. Mwah. Bye.